All right, this video is going to walk you through and help you better understand fraction exponents and how they can be turned into radicals. The first thing you'll need to notice is that when you notice that you have a fraction exponent, the top part right here is your flower and the bottom part is your root. So roots, like a flower, always grow in the bottom, and they grow in this case the bottom of the fraction. And the top part of the fraction is your power. So it's the flower on the top, the root on the bottom, and it's power over root. So as you look at that new location then as a radical, the power still stays attached to the x, and then the root always goes on the outside of the radical as what we would call an index number, and that's written on the top left corner of the square root symbol that you see. So as we're looking at this question right here, we notice that we have a 25. That's your base. The base goes in the parentheses, and that's what you're taking a radical of. So if 25 goes in the blank, again, the power is the top. That means you have 16 as the power, and powers stay attached to the base. So I'm going to keep that 16 attached to the base and write that 16 right here. And then I'll have my root, which is down below here where roots are supposed to grow on the bottom of a fraction, and the root is going to be a 2 down below. Same thing in the next one. That top number is your power. Is your power. That looks like an R. Hang on. Power. And the bottom number is your root. So one thing to note, though, is that if the power is ever a 1, you don't have to write it. But in this case here, since we're asking for the blank to be filled in, we will put the power attached to our base, and the base being 65. And in this case, the root is the 8 on the bottom, so our root goes right there. One thing to note also is if you ever had, let's just say, 13 to the 1/2 power, this is about as reduced as it could end up looking, you don't need to write the 2 and you don't need to write the 1, because a square root symbol implies that the root number is a 2, so we don't need to write that 2 there. 13 is the base, and if the power is a 1, we don't have to write that either because it's implied that there's a 1 there also. So if you have to write the numbers, they would go there, but that's the same thing as saying the square root of 13. Keep that in mind as you see future questions like that as well. Hopefully this information helps, and good luck.